Live from Center City, this is Good Day Philadelphia.
Ever wondered how many grapes it takes to make one barrel of wine? You're looking at it. We're at the wine room of Cherry Hill, and we are making some vino this morning. Stay close. It's going to be fun. Yeah, we're getting, a little fun this morning.
Well, if you are a wine fan and you're going to be in the neighborhood this weekend, we have a segment for you.
Yeah, Jen is over in Cherry Hill at the wine room. Jen?
Good morning to you guys. So as I said in the tease, all these grapes, they make one barrel of wine. And if you come to the wine room here in Cherry Hill, you can actually make your own wine. And that's some of what we're going to be doing this morning. I have to say that some of the process has already happened this morning. Kenton Nice is here as well as Michael. Good morning to you.
Thanks for coming.
Okay, so first of all, this wine has already been crushed, or the grapes rather.
Exactly. This is a vat of grapes that have been crushed and are in the process of fermenting. It'll take about 7 to 10 days for these grapes to turn into wine.
So this is sort of like the TV kitchen, when we put it in and we take it back out kind of a thing.
Yes, it is. Every day, twice a day, however, we have to go through and punch this down, and we were hoping that you might help us.
Okay, so explain first of all what punching down does.
As the wine ferments, the skins come to the surface, and in order to extract as much color and flavor as we can, we need to twice a day mix this up real well.
Okay, so Michael's going to be my human mic stand. You're going to hold this, and you can make fun of me if I do this badly. And basically, I'm just pushing it down.
You're going to go down.
Okay.
All right, come back up. Take another drink, go on down. You'll see that there's all the juice on the bottom.
Okay.
As you move around, because we have to break up the entire cap. Not the same spot. Keep going.
So this is like the reverse of having fruit on the bottom yogurt.
That's right, exactly. What we want to do is we want to get those skins down to the bottom so that we get as much color and flavor as we can.
Okay, and basically what people come here to do sometimes, you'll have a group of people, they come in, maybe they'll share a barrel. A barrel's like $2,100, but each one of them gets a bunch of wine, and it can kind of be like a group project. Yeah?
Exactly. We think that winemaking should be a celebration, celebrating the harvest and preparing that wine as a group. A barrel of wine makes 20 cases. And, they have the fun of doing it together, and of course then they share the wine when they're done.
So you have to do this how many times a day?
Twice a day, in the morning and the evening. Are you busy all week, or do you think you could?
I think I've got things to do. I've got to cheer for the Phillies. I'm worried about the Eagles. It's a good thing I wore my Phillies wine shirt, because I can wipe this off a little bit. Coming up at 8:45. I know it's not so much a wine thing, but when we see and we think about I Love Lucy and stuff like that, we think about the stomping of the grapes. We're going to reenact that a bit.
Yeah, I hope that you're willing to climb in the vat and put some between your toes.
Okay, and everyone makes fun of it in a variety of ways. If you go to myfoxphilly.com, we have a link to a reporter who long ago was stomping grapes. It didn't turn out so well for her. We're hoping for a better outcome here. And we do have a link to your website as well on myfoxphilly.com. So, Michael, if you could take care of the rest of these, I would really appreciate that.
No problem.
Okay, guys. Oh, and what kind of wine is this going to be?
This is a Merlot from California.
Okay, and you bring in grapes from California, Chile, all kinds of places.
Right, Chile is southern hemisphere, opposite season, so we make California wine in the fall and Chilean wine in the spring. Okay,
so salute. Chanel and John, and hopefully I'm going to bring you back some wine.
Yes, and I can't wait for this next segment.
8:45, the stomping of the grapes. Is it called stomping?
It will be for you, yes.
Thanks, Jen.
And falling.
All right, do you see the bottle of wine? It says Jennifer's Finest, and I've made it just for you. It's very nice, and guess what? I've got my shoesies off. We're going to do some grape stomping after the break. Jennifer's Finest. Sounds pretty fancy to me.
A step at a time. Yeah, thank
right.
you. Well, the time has come to see what Jen has created. It's a special barrel.
Jen and her feet are over at the wine room in Cherry Hill. She's already shown us the feet this morning. Hi, Jen.
Hi. Okay, so here's the thing. It's a Syrah. It's Jennifer's Finest. How cute is that? And it says Jenn Frederick winemaker, which, it's kind of true. I'm going to give it to the lovely and talented Michael. Thank you very much. Okay, so first of all, as we step into this, I encourage you to go to myfoxphilly.com. We have some interesting video of another reporter doing the same thing. Hopefully, I will have a different result.
Yeah.
Kenton Nice is here.
Please, we don't want you to fall.
Okay, so I'm going in this, and the point of this, it is a little chilly. The point of this is, really, there is no point at all other than a photo op.
That's right. The idea here is we do have equipment that we use to go through this process, but for you, we wanted you to have the opportunity to do it the old-fashioned way.
Okay, and the old-fashioned way, was it always this freezing cold?
Probably not, but for you, we wanted to be sure that you got, a good experience.
And Typically what happened was in the olden days, is that you would put one of these up on a stand, they would squeeze the juice. I can now feel it underneath my toes. That's kind of cool.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then they'd have a competition who had the most juice coming out.
Yes, we have seen where reenactments are done where they raise the platform up just to see who can stomp the fastest.
Okay, and it's getting kind of bubbly. Is that good news for the grapes or bad news?
It doesn't hurt, that's for sure.
Okay, and will someone actually be drinking this very foot in the grape juice someday?
We're going to save this for you. I think that this is what you need to drink next year.
Okay, and so you do this basically, when people come in, they can make their own wine. If we haven't mentioned it before, we're at the wine room of Cherry Hill. They can come in here, make their own wine, and it's typically about $2,100, but it's a group that comes together, they make their wine, and then they all share a bunch of bottles, right?
Absolutely.
And then, as far as this goes, people want to get their picture taken with this?
We do have those people that want the Lucille Ball experience, and so they ask if they'll have the opportunity to stomp the old-fashioned way, and that's what we've shared with you.
Okay, so I feel like I've been doing this for about 4.5 days because it's freezing cold. How long does a regular person do this?
Well, again, it's not how we make the wine, it's photo opportunity. I think at this point they would have gotten out minutes ago, but...
Will I be stained forever? Do I need to expense a manicure, pedicure from my boss? What's the story on that?
I think for the effort that you've given us today, they should pay for that.
And it's bubbly. What would happen next? This is where it goes into one of those vats over there we're talking about?
At this point, step one of winemaking is to crush the grapes. And as I said, we do have commercial equipment, but for you, we've set up the foot process. And then this would go into a fermentation bin, and for the next 7 to 10 days, it would ferment, and the sugars would turn into alcohol, and we would end up with a good red wine.
Thank you very much. Now, John and Chanel,
yes.
Is that everything you wanted
here's
to
the
be?
thing.
Aren't you supposed to go faster? I mean, it's going to take 15 years to make this wine. There you go.
There
Let's
you go.
pick it
And
up.
Jen,
Come on.
can I tell you?
No, I'd rather you not fall.
I know that'd be fun. Hey, Jen, can I tell you what John whispered in my ear during your segment?
That I have a cute butt?
No, he said, well, there's that. He said he wants a couple of bottles of your wine feet juice.
You know what's funny?
Yes.
Pete Marshall, the photographer that has a not-so-secret crush on me, he asked for that.
So many
And
people want the Jenn Frederick feet juice. I'm
A
telling
lot
you,
of
this
people
is...
are into my feet. I will say, at more than one wedding, my husband has had a drink of scotch out of my high heel.
Well, move over. Next, you can have a whole bottle of wine with your feet juice.
Yeah.
Move over, high heel.
All right,
Thank
hey,
you,
we're
Jenn
just getting the
Frederick.
we're getting the word no pedicure. The boss has answered. Yeah, no
Richard
pedicure.
Murdoch owes me a pedicure, and not one of those cheap ones. I want an expensive one.
No.
I think,
it's not
I
gonna
think you
happen.
should do that, and John should just get a straw and just slurp it right up.
Why are you getting involved in
I
this?
don't know. I just feel like it.
All morning I've been asking, why am I here? But we've been asking you to send your financial questions to myfoxphilly.com. Coming up, Joe Murray will be back with a look at some of the most popular questions he's been receiving. Dorothy?
I am just so happy that